Hello, everybody. Today I have a special guest, Arwen, dog genius, math genius, I should say. Right? Can you say hi? Say hello. Good job. She's visiting with us today. As I promised a few students, she would make her appearance at some point. All right, guys. Today we are going to look at, if you can see the board okay, evaluating expressions. So a couple of the things we're going to be doing today would be different types of operations where we are going to insert some different numbers and solve those expressions. So a step further than what we did just the other day. So we start off really easy, just making sure that we know how to substitute those answers, that type of thing. For the first one, and I'm going to use the small board today just so that it's a little quicker and I can erase a little bit easier and quicker for you. I'm going to give you this expression, which says 5g. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. And we're going to give a value to g. I'm going to tell you that the value to g is 20. Okay, and again, g would be called, we want to stray away from saying letter now. We're going to say variable. That would be our variable. So the variable equals 20. What we want to do is put that in for g, as some of you may have guessed. Now, the tricky part is a lot of us would want to write 520, and that's happened before in class where you get 520. But we have to slow down and think about this because when something is paired like that, so here's back to our vocabulary, right? We have our coefficient and then our variable next to it. That operation, when a number is right next to a letter like that, is multiplication. If you guessed it, great job, nice job. So what we have to do is substitute that 20 in, and pardon my upside down writing. We're going to substitute that in. I'm putting parentheses just to separate that to show you, because again, we want to stray away now from using the multiplication sign because it looks like an X. Now that we're in algebra, the X needs to be an X. So we're just going to multiply those. 5 times 20 would give us, write this the right way for you, 100. So if you guessed that, or calculated that, I should say, very good job, 100. Now they're going to obviously get a little bit more difficult because you guys are 6th graders. So let's step it up a little bit on number 2. We're going to put a couple variables in here. I'm going to give you an X and an M. And we're going to make X equal to 2. And I'm going to make M the number 9. So again, you see a coefficient next to a variable, which means the operation of multiplication. And then we have this guy who's solo. He's another term. There's the vocab again. This expression, if I asked you how many terms it would have, we would say 2 terms, the 4x and the m. If I ask you what the coefficient is of this, you would say a 4. And those of you that understand that there's a 1 in front of that m, that would also be a coefficient, the number 1. There is something there. If there wasn't any number there, the m wouldn't even exist. So there is a 1. When you don't see a number in front of the letter, there is a 1 that sits right in front of it. We just don't write that in because we know it's there. We assume it's there. So you could say 4 and 1 for coefficients. The variables, if I asked you variables, would be the x and the m. No constant in this one. Constant, if you remember, is the number that sits alone. There's no letter attached. No constant there. So we do have some information today that we can plug in. We know that x is 2. I'm going to plug that in and multiply because they're side by side. And the letter M is a 9. So we're going to plug that in. I'll show you what that looks like. So we got 4 times 2 plus 9. Not too bad. 4 times 2 would give us an 8. And the 8 plus 9, hopefully you said it, is 17. And that would be the answer to that expression. Moving on to another one. Let's do a little division here. Now the division is going to be represented as a fraction on the assignment tonight. So you won't see those division signs anymore on these. So if I had k over g and I give you a value of, making these up on the spot because it's more fun. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Let's stick with a 49 and we'll say that the g is 7. Make it kind of simple for us. If I give you this information and we plug it in, I'm going to get 49 over g, which is like a fraction, right? And fractions are division. So it's 49 divided by 7 equals 7. So when you solve that one and you plug them in, we would get an answer of 7 for that. Hopefully so far so good. Remember, you can watch these videos over and over again if you're confused or stuck. The notes also are posted online under the topic 5 algebra. So you have lots of resources there. Of course, you can message me too. All right? Or talk to me during a Zoom session. Those are great too. All right, let's step it up again. Go even higher. 2w plus 3x. And I'm going to give you the information that w is a 7 and the x is a 2. So we're going to plug that in. Remember, side by side indicates the operation of multiplication. So this will be, I've got a 7 here, so 2 times 7, and then 3 times whatever x is. X is 2. So if we set that up, 2 times 7 plus 3 times 2, we're going to get a 14 plus a 6, and for a total answer of 20. All right, guys, so the last one that I'd like to do is a combo of multiplication on top with division on the bottom. So let's try, switch this up a bit. Let's try a 6x over 3, and I'm going to make the x value a 2 for you. So we got the multiplication on top. Again, it's not going to be 62. That's, again, the common mistake that some people are making. We want to make sure we multiply by that. So 6 times 2, which would give me a 12 on top. The 3 on the bottom. And then when I divide that out, obviously, I get the whole number 4. So if you got that, pretty easy for you, you're going to be good to go. Again, you can watch those videos as many times as you want, and you know where I am if you need me. That is today's lessons on evaluating expressions. We will take it a step farther going into next week. Reminder that you guys have assignments from Monday and then assignments from today. If you need as long as up till Sunday, that's obviously totally fine. I understand everybody's got their constraints and things going on, so that's fine. As you get them into me, I will start scoring and you guys will start to see those grades. So certainly let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.